Hey, could you turn that up?
The story begins inside a small diner, where two people are sitting together watching the news about a serial killer named Mangler and his gruesome killings. Just then, a man named Charlie walks in. The waitress, Anna, comes over to take his order, but instead of ordering, Charlie asks her to sit down with him. Anna refuses, saying she doesn't know him. Charlie replies, "But that's how we get to know each other." Anna finds this strange, so she simply gives him his coffee and goes to attend to the other customers. A few addicts are also hanging around the diner. They start teasing Anna by calling her mom because she's older. One of them even recognizes her and says, "You used to babysit my sister." After her shift ends, Anna leaves the diner. But outside on the street, Charlie is waiting for her. He offers her a cigarette and asks her out on a date, but Anna refuses both. Charlie insists, saying, "Let's just have a chat." Anna keeps walking away, but Charlie follows her. She pulls out pepper spray from her bag as a warning. Charlie says, "I'm just heading to my truck." Anna replies, "Go ahead." Suddenly, Charlie pulls out a gun and points it at her. "Come with me," he says coldly. Anna pleads,
"I have a little girl."
but Charlie forces her into his pickup truck. He asks her,
"Could you ever see yourself with a guy like me?"
Terrified, Anna quickly says yes. She tells him she's had a bad day but would love to do something tomorrow, maybe go out to dinner. Charlie starts asking her what she'd wear, and Anna begins describing a sexy dress, going along with everything he says just out of fear. But then, without warning, Charlie stabs her. In the very next moment, Charlie is suddenly thrown back into the past, right to the exact moment when he first walked into the diner. Anna is alive again. Charlie can't believe his eyes and doesn't understand what's happening. The same people are sitting in the diner, just like before. He goes and sits in the same seat. When Anna comes over, he asks her what today's date is and whether she knows him. Anna replies, "Have we met?" Completely confused, Charlie just gives his order. Nearby, a man named David is sitting quietly. Charlie tries to talk to him, but the man doesn't respond. It's as if he can't see or hear Charlie at all. Charlie goes back to his seat. Later, when Anna finishes her shift and leaves, the exact same situation plays out again. Charlie follows her. She tells him to go ahead, but Charlie once again pulls out his gun. When Anna says, "I have a little girl," he replies, "I know." He forces her into his pickup and kills her again. And once again, Charlie is thrown back to that same moment in the diner. Frustrated, Charlie yells, "You all are messing with me!" The other people stare at him, not understanding what he's talking about. In desperation, Charlie tells Anna to lift her top. When a man named Sam tries to stop him, Charlie pulls out his gun. He makes Anna lift her shirt, but there's no wound or mark. No sign she was ever hurt. Charlie can't understand what's going on. Sam shoots Charlie, but the moment he dies, he's back again, in the same diner, at the same moment. Charlie shouts at Sam,
"You fucking shot me!"
Furious, he storms out of the diner, gets into his truck, and tries to drive away. But no matter how far he goes, he ends up right back at the same moment again.
Hey, could you turn that up?
He realizes he's trapped in a time loop. Enraged, he shoots Sam and walks out, but again, he's thrown back into the loop. This time, Charlie sits quietly in his seat. He even speaks politely to Anna. Then he goes to David and says,
You know, I still haven't placed you.
"But if you were in my place, stuck in this loop..."
What would you do?
David doesn't react. Charlie moves around the diner, standing in front of a young girl outside the restroom, then sitting down with a couple. "I'm here to get to know you," he says, showing them his gun to intimidate them. He taunts the man, "Your wife sent me to kill you." Then he laughs, saying, "Just messing with you." Next, Charlie sits with two nurses, but they don't like him there and get up to leave. In the next loop, he kills one of the nurses before she can leave the washroom, but the loop doesn't reset. He hides her body in a cart, trying to sneak out, but a worker stops him, saying, "That's my cart." Charlie takes the worker outside and shoots him too, dumping his body in the trash. When the other nurse comes looking for her friend, Charlie pretends to help her, saying, "My pickup is right here. We can look for her together." The nurse refuses and goes back inside. Charlie returns to sit with Sam and Gary, ordering them more beer. While serving, Anna warns, "This is your last round. After this, go to a bar." This isn't a bar. The nurse comes in, shouting that her friend Sophie is missing and that Charlie was outside. Charlie ignores her and goes back to the cheating couple. He slits the woman's throat and tells her boyfriend, "What you're doing is a crime in the Bible," before killing him too. He points his gun at the other nurse, and when Sam tries to stop him, he says, "I could shoot you all, but where's the fun in that?" Just then, the diner's chef appears from behind and kills Charlie. In the next loop, Charlie starts talking to David again. "If you're God or something, think about it," he says. "If you put a shark in a tank full of guppies, what's going to happen?" Then Charlie starts killing people again, over and over. Sometimes he kills them, sometimes the chef kills him. The loop continues endlessly. Charlie, once a man who enjoyed killing, has now done it so many times he's exhausted. He's memorized every word Anna says. He orders eggs and bacon, even though it's not breakfast time. "I know," he says, "and I also know there are eggs in the fridge. Go tell your cook to make them." He even goes behind the counter himself, but the chef tells him to go back to his seat. Angry, Charlie attacks him, but the chef overpowers him every time. Charlie tries killing the chef in different ways, but nothing works. Finally, he shoots the chef, makes his own eggs and bacon, eats them, then shoots himself. The loop resets again. This time, Charlie sees an old man in the diner, but the man disappears. Charlie is now emotionally broken. Anna calls the police, who drag him out, but again, the loop restarts. Completely shattered, Charlie sits before David again, saying, "I don't know." David finally speaks. "You don't know what?" "You disappoint me. I thought you were the real one. Charlie Sabridge, Ted Bundy, Dahmer, Ed Gein. If they were in your place, what would they do? What would your father do?" Enraged, Charlie shouts, "Don't talk about my father," Charlie asks desperately. "What the hell am I supposed to do?" David replies, "You'll have to see." Charlie says, "I've killed all of them." David says, "But here they are." Charlie growls, "So what do you want? If I kill them all clean, will that get me out?" He begins killing everyone in the diner, one by one. At the end, only Anna remains. As the shift changes and another employee walks in, Charlie kills her too. Then he tells Anna, "This is how it's meant to be. I can't keep doing this. I can't sleep. I can't die. But I figured it out. And you're my last." He stabs her again, and the loop resets once more. Now, Charlie's face shows despair. He walks out of the diner, unable to find any escape. He sits in his truck and cries loudly. In the next loop, he sees a priest sitting there. Charlie joins him. The priest asks, "What have you learned?" Charlie says, "I want to go home." The priest asks, "Why are you here?" Charlie answers, "I don't know." The priest says, "Yes, you do. You're here for salvation." Charlie, in tears, says, "I've done a lot of bad things." The priest quotes a Bible verse and tells him, "You have the power to choose your destiny." Crying, Charlie says, "I want to be free. I want forgiveness. What do I do?" The priest tells him, "Start over." In the next loop, Charlie behaves differently. He's calm, polite, and kind to everyone. He changes his seat. When he sees the addicts outside, he stops them saying, "You two, get out of here." The diner's closed. He even offers a ride to a young girl, who politely declines. Inside, he gives Anna his order nicely, and this time she smiles back warmly. He thanks the nurses for their service, and they appreciate it. Charlie talks to the cheating couple, saying, "My dad was a bad man. He did terrible things, cheated on my mom, and beat her. She took it out on us kids. I don't know what's happening in your lives, but kids always know. Think about them." This time, David isn't there. Charlie enjoys his dinner, laughing with Sam and Gary. Afterward, outside the diner, Anna comes to him and asks for a cigarette. They both look up at the stars. Anna says her daughter knows all about constellations and could point out every one of them. This time, Anna feels comfortable around Charlie. As he walks her to her car, she looks at his truck and asks, "Is this yours?" He says yes. She smiles, steps closer, and kisses him. They both get into his pickup. Charlie leaves his gun outside. Nervously, he asks, "Why?" Anna pulls him close and kisses him again. But suddenly, Charlie stabs her once more. This time, the loop doesn't reset. Instead, the scene shifts to a therapeutic facility, where a group of people is watching everything unfold on screens. Everything that happened was actually a simulation running inside Charlie's mind. Charlie had volunteered for this program. When he sees Anna there, he starts screaming. The doctors explain that this isn't really Anna. He must have seen her face before the simulation began. Charlie yells, "You set me up. You interfered. You threw yourself at me." It's revealed that Charlie is actually a prisoner who joined this project hoping to prove he'd changed and earn his release, but he's shown the opposite. He hasn't changed at all. David turns out to be another criminal in the same asylum, and Anna, whose real name is Amy, was also part of the simulation. The head of the project explains to the media how they force criminals to confront their own inhumanity, breaking them down and rebuilding them into compassionate human beings. But many critics argue against this, calling it cruel and unusual punishment, forcing these people to relive their most horrific crimes again and again. We can see the toll this has taken on Charlie. He can't sleep anymore. Amy, who is actually Anna's daughter, gives him an injection to send him back into the simulation once more. And with that, the story comes to an end.